It is transforming almost every sector. Like in our day-to-day life, it is transforming. We are using Google Assistant every sector. YouTube, Netflix, like in our everywhere there are life, so many applications. We are using Google Assistant every sector. Whenever we are driving, we are using Netflix. Like in our everywhere there are life, so many applications. We are using navigation assistant every sector. Whenever we are driving, we are using Netflix. Like in our everywhere there are life, so many applications. We are using navigation assistant every sector. Whenever we are driving, we are using Netflix. Like in our everywhere there are life, so many applications. We are using navigation assistant every sector. Whenever we are driving, we are using Google Map. Whenever we are driving and automation. If we talk about cyber security, it detects fraud and cyber attacks and improves digital security. Nowadays, like if we talk about the agriculture, its use application is smart farming. Nowadays, like weather predictions, agriculture, it's like use application is smart farming, like drone technology, weather predictions. We are developing nowadays AI based weapons. Use application is smart farming, like drone technology, nowadays AI. We are developing nowadays AI based weapons. Use application is smart farming, like drone technology, nowadays AI. We are developing nowadays AI based weapons. Use application is smart farming, like drone technology, nowadays AI. We are developing nowadays AI based weapons. Application smart farming, like drone technology, nowadays AI. We are developing nowadays AI based weapons. Application smart farming, like drone technology, nowadays AI. We are developing nowadays AI based weapons. Application smart farming, like drone technology, nowadays AI. We are developing nowadays AI based weapons. Application smart farming, like drone एडवांटेजेस भी हैं, डिसएडवांटेजेस भी हैं। और साथ ही साथ मैं एक बार फिर से डॉक्टर संदीप जी, डॉक्टर किशन जी एंड डॉक्टर अमित जी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और आभार व्यक्त करता हूं कि उन्होंने मुझे इनवाइट किया और जो आपने टॉपिक चुना है ये बहुत ही ट्रेंडिंग और बहुत ही बेनिफिशियल होगा हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच।
थैंक यू सासन। शालिनी।
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for your wise and valuable words.
वेलकम।
It will guide us a lot. Thank you so much, sir.
ओके, थोड़ा बेटा किशन चंद्र मोला जी, भाई साहब आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? वो अब जरा उस माइक को अनम्यूट करके हो सकता है वो अभी हो पा रहे हैं? अनम्यूट नहीं हो पा रहा है। हाँ, नहीं हो पा रहा हूँ। लेकिन आप लगातार बने रहेंगे हमारे साथ में भाई साहब, है ना? तो बड़ा अच्छा रहेगा। और अब मैं जो है प्रेजेंटेशन की सीरीज को चाहूंगा कि वो शालिनी बेटा स्टार्ट करेंगे आप। ठीक।
Yes, sir. Upcoming first is Vinayog Antwal, a student of BTech first year, presenting on the topic Cyber Security Awareness. Vinayog, you can start now.
Hello.
हाँ, ठीक है।
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Sir, good evening, sir, and good evening, dear friends. This is Vinay Vantwal from BTech first year, second semester, cyber from CSE, and I'm here to give a presentation on the topic cyber security and awareness. So, starting off with our presentation, first of all, what is cyber security and what does it mean to be aware about it? So cybersecurity is basically the practice of protecting our computers, devices, and networks from unauthorized accesses, attacks, and damage. So for that, we in the tools that we use are our passwords, encryption, and antivirus software, so that we can keep our information safe. Being aware about cybersecurity means that we understand what cyber threats are, and we have the knowledge and the practice to stay safe online in the presence of such threats. It involves recognizing the risks like phishing, hacking, and we know how to respond carefully in case a cyber attack occurs. Hence, cyber awareness is a knowledge and practice of protecting oneself from cyber threats by using safe and responsible digital habits. Now, importance of cybersecurity. So, the cybersecurity is important in this age because, first of all, most of our daily operations they are based on the online medium. So, and secondly, since most of our operations are online, hence our most of the personal and financial data it is stored somewhere in the online servers. And according to reports, cyber attacks are not a rare occurrence. They happen every few seconds, and billions of people they end up losing their money or precious data every year. And in many cases, it is kicked off by basically a very small mistake, like you clicked a fake link that you weren't supposed to, or you contacted a wrong person and that person ended up scamming you. All right. So basically, being aware of cyber risk, it is the first step towards staying safe online. Now, these threats exist. So basically, these threats can exist almost everywhere on the internet, like emails, social media platforms, online shopping websites,
किशन जी भाई सब माइक ऑन हो गया अभी आपका
even public
इसको थोड़ा बंद करना पड़ेगा
Wi-Fi networks.
किशन जी भाई साहब
For example, a fake message on social media or a suspicious email
हाँ हाँ कंटिन्यू वीडियो
it may carry the incoming threat of a cyber threat. And furthermore, studies
I think that you are not
show
in
that a
the
large
proper
percentage
signal
of
range.
cyber attacks they start with small user actions like clicking unknown links or like downloading or interacting with untrustable resources online. Now, types of cyber threats.
Hmm.
Yeah.
विनियोग आपका माइक ऑफ वो हो गया है अनम्यूट कीजिए उसको वो म्यूट हो गया है विनियोग, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? आज लगातार नेटवर्क इश्यूज आ रहे हैं। आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं विनियोग? अनिरुद्ध छमनवान जी भी जुड़ चुके हैं। ग्राफिकेरा यूनिवर्सिटी से बीटेक कर रहे हैं। अनंत प्रकाश छमनवान जी के बेटे हैं, सुपुत्र हैं। और विनियोग, आप मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं? अपना माइक जरा अनम्यूट कीजिए। शालिनी, बेटा
Yes, sir.
वो माइक में कोई दिक्कत आई इनके विनियोग के?
सर आई थिंक उनका नेट चला गया है।
मैसेज मैंने किया पर सर ही इज नॉट
नेटवर्क
रिप्लाइंग।
इशू आ रहा है।
उनको
Yes.
बोलो कि सही सिग्नल रेंज में चले जाए जरा सा ना। हो सकता है कि कमरे के अंदर हो तो सिग्नल ना आ रहे हो सही से।
आगे आगे इधर फिर वो आगे
आगे आगे है विनियोग?
आगे फिर कॉल आगे
हाँ ठीक है,
अभी
ठीक
वहाँ
है,
पे आगे
ओके। आप
Sir,
सही
am I
सिग्नल
audible
रेंज में पहुंच गए?
now?
हाँ बताइए।
Is my voice coming now?
विनियोग तुम्हें आवाज आ रही है? तुम अगर किसी को दोबारा देना चाहो तो तुम स्टार्ट कर सकते हो एक बार।
एक मिनट से अपना वो जरा नेट का इशू सॉल्व कर रहा हूँ यहाँ पे।
हाँ वहाँ वहाँ पे सिग्नल नहीं आ पा रहे हैं सही से ना। आप कहीं सिग्नल अच्छे सिग्नल रेंज में चले जाइए, है ना, वहाँ पे थोड़ा दिक्कत है। ओके, थोड़ा सा कल का डिस्कशन जैसे हम लोग कह रहे थे आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के ऊपर। ओके, तो हमारे साथ में जुड़े हुए जो बच्चे हैं उनके साथ डिस्कशन में हम लोगों ने कंप्लीट। हाँ विनियोग बता पा रहे हैं?
यस सर, अब आ रही क्लियर आवाज?
विनियोग तुम्हारी आवाज क्लियर आ रही है?
सर मैं क्या वापस स्टार्ट करूँ उसको, प्रेजेंटेशन को?
हाँ प्रेजेंटेशन स्टार्ट कीजिए। हाँ ठीक है।
Alright, so good evening to everyone. My name is Pawan. Today I'll be presenting a presentation on the topic cybersecurity awareness. So, first of all, what is cybersecurity and what is it meant to be aware about it? So basically, cybersecurity is the practice of protecting our computers, mobile devices, networks, and various personal and financial data from unauthorized access, attacks, and damage. So for that, we include tools and methods like passwords, encryption, and antivirus software to keep our information safe. Being aware about cybersecurity means that we understand what cyber threats are, and we know how to stay safe online, and we know how to deal with these threats in practice. It involves recognizing risks like phishing, scams, hacking, and it also crucially involves that we respond carefully to such threats. Hence, cybersecurity awareness is the knowledge and practice of protecting oneself from cyber threats by using safe and responsible digital habits. Importance of cybersecurity. Now, we know what cybersecurity is when we know what it means to be aware about it. So, next comes the importance of cybersecurity. So, It is important because, as we all know, in this era, most of our work is done through the online medium. So most of our personal and financial information is stored online on various servers, and so these are quite valuable. And according to reports, cyber attacks, they happen every few seconds worldwide, and millions of people, they lose money or their crucial data every year. And in most cases, the chain of reactions is started by a very small mistake, like clicking a fake link or responding to a scam message. And this risk is not exposed to only certain niche people. It is exposed to all students, professionals, businesses, all are at risk. So if we protect our data, then we can prevent identity theft, financial loss, and privacy breaches. Therefore, being aware of cyber risks is the first step towards staying safe online. Now, where do cyber threats exist? Cyber threats can be found almost everywhere on the internet. You can find them on the emails, the social media platforms, the online shopping websites. They're basically present everywhere, and even your public Wi-Fi networks. For most popular example, you get a fake message on the social media or a suspicious email link which claims to give you immediate benefits or a investment or a scheme. All right, and public Wi-Fi is also very risky because it is quite vulnerable to hacker attacks. Studies show that a large percentage of cyber attacks, they start with just a simple action like clicking unknown links or downloading source files from the internet from the untrusted sources. Therefore, we must stay alert in all environment types of cyber threats. Now, basically, there are various types of cyber threats that anybody can come across. First of all, malware. It stands for malicious software. So basically, it is a type of software that damages your system severely, and in some cases, it also ends up controlling your device remotely. Next is phishing. So phishing basically involves it gives you a fake message with a very lucrative offer, and basically it asks for your sensitive and personal information, and you give it, and you trust the link blindly, and you give your information, and in the end you lose a lot of your money and sometimes even your personal data. Third is ransomware. Since we all know what ransom is, so it is quite easily deductible that in ransomware, basically a software enters into your system and it ends up logging all your data, and it locks you out of your system, and it demands money so that you can unlock your system and continue using it. And last but not the least, identity theft. So basically, in these times, uh, we while banking on various networks, sometimes our digital footprints can be retraced back to our personal details that we might have entered online. So so the bad people, the criminals, they steal that identity, and they use that personal details to do various frauds so that the trail cannot be led to them. Now, interestingly, according to the studies performed worldwide, phishing alone accounts for a large portion of cyber attacks globally. So basically, if you can understand what these threats are, we can protect ourselves. We can identify the threat before it even starts attacking us. Now, we know what cybersecurity is. We know what it means to be aware about it. We know what type of threat are existing online. Now, what we should know is that the ways and the measures that we can take to strengthen our cybersecurity. First of all is quite basic, strong password practices. So why a strong password is necessary? Like picture this, you are living in a house, so it is quite natural that you would set up very strong doors and very strong locks so that the thieves cannot basically force their way open and steal your valuable items. So basically, the strong passwords are the first line of defense against various cyber attacks. A good password. So basically, how can you set up a strong password? To set up a strong password, you must first understand that if you set up a basic password, only letters, only in one case, then it is quite easy to crack. But if you jumble it, you mix in you mix in both uppercase and lowercase letters and the numbers, then becomes significantly difficult to crack. And if you include all three, like the uppercase and lowercase, the numbers, and even the special symbols, then it becomes very significantly difficult to crack. So that's why you should use uh, each of them in their passwords. Next, you should avoid including personal details because most of the people they set their passwords along many important dates or many important people. So you should not do that. And you should continue changing your password. Like if you set a password, do not keep it stagnant. Keep changing it from time to time so that the outside influences have a hard time figuring out your password. And if they figure out your password, then when you change your password, they'll have to crack it again and again and again and again, setting up a very long and tedious cycle. Now, social media safety. We all use social media, and it is wide and it is quite risky place. All right. So basically, the most common mistake is in the run for the attention. We basically end up sharing too much personal information, such as the locations that we frequent or our daily activities and routine. So what it does is that it makes us very vulnerable, not only to cyber crimes but also to the local crimes. All right. Now, this is something we all know about. We all know about fake profiles. Nowadays, fake profiles exist on Instagram, for example. Somebody has the profile photo of a beautiful girl, but in actuality, it is not a beautiful girl, but rather a very ugly-looking man sitting behind a camera, sitting behind his PC, waiting for you to enter your personal details so he can steal your uh, personal info. All right. So basically, you should just stay aware about your privacy and beware of accepting requests from various people. You should only interact with the people that you know and have met in the offline. All right. Now, some other safe internet practices include like first of all, the checking for the HTTPS. So the difference between the HTTP and the HTTPS is that the letter S. The letter S automatically means that it is more secure. So you should just trust the HTTPS protocol rather than going with the HTTP. Next, avoid using public Wi-Fi for important tasks like banking. All right, and install antivirus software and keep your devices updated. So basically, public Wi-Fi, even though it may seem like you are saving on a net, don't do it. It is more harmful than beneficial, especially in the case where you are entering your personal details somewhere online. Next, and you should keep your device updated because with every update, new cybersecurity measures get added, more security is loaded into your device. Next, do not download from unknown sources. All right, only trust the verified sources and the official sources. Other than that, please stay aware about the third-party app sources or file sources. And like I said earlier, most of the attacks they only succeed due to our own negligence rather than our technical issues. Therefore, most basic practices can significantly reduce the risk of cyber threats. Now, these are all the steps that we have taken, that we can take. Now, what is the government doing? We all must have this question that what is the government doing and how is it handling this responsibility? Because the safety of citizens is government responsibility and so is their digital safety. So for that, the government has implemented the Information Technology Act 2000. So basically, it provides legal recognition to digital transactions and it also sets penalties for the various cyber offenses like hacking, identity theft, data breaches, and even various fraud. So these laws they basically aim to protect users and help us maintain our trust in the digital systems that exist online. Furthermore, the awareness of these laws can help us understand our digital rights and digital responsibilities, ensuring we become better digital citizens. Now, additional info on these laws. So, first of all, it gives legal recognition to electronic record, digital signature, and basically all of the digital property that we have online. Next, it also defines what a cyber crime is and what constitutes a cyber crime. So it basically covers nearly all of the possible cyber crimes like hacking, identity theft, fraud, data breaches. It also penalizes these actions severely, so that it does not happen. Next, data protection. It safeguards personal and sensitive information from misuse, hence maintaining our trust in the government. And lastly, technical security. It supports encryption and authentication for secure communication so that our communications are not tapped into and people do not spy on us. To conclude, cybersecurity is a very essential part of modern life. As technology grows, so do the threats grow day by day. However, most of these attacks can be prevented by us staying aware and following very simple safety practices. So basically, you should just think carefully before clicking files, sharing information, interacting with people online, and even downloading files from the internet. So takeaway is that the awareness, caution, and responsible behavior are the keys to staying safe online. All right. So thank you for your precious time. I hope you all enjoyed the presentation.
Thank you so much, Vinayog. That was great. Now, I would like to ask anybody of you if you have any questions or queries regarding the topic, or if anybody wants to give any feedback.
Is there any question from any side? Okay, there is no question. I now next presenter किशन चंद भाई साहब, आपका माइक ऑन हो रहा है अभी? थोड़ा ट्राई करिए।
आ रही है क्या?
हाँ हाँ बिल्कुल, इसमें आ रही है, बिल्कुल
आ रही है आवाज?
जी जी बिल्कुल
जी, जय श्री राम।
जय श्री राम।
सभी आज के जो मीटिंग में बैठे हुए पदाधिकारीगण हैं, जो हमारे बच्चे हैं विभिन्न क्षेत्रों से, सभी को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आज हम एक साथ बैठे हैं और जो अपना शिव पाठशाला कला मंच है, राष्ट्रीय स्वयं सेवक संघ का नाम आप जानते होंगे, उसकी एक पूर्वी बस्ती है बालावाला में। जैसा कि संदीप जी ने कहा था मुझे थोड़ा बोलना है, तो पूर्वी बस्ती के अंतर्गत जो हमारा क्षेत्र संघ का एक प्रकल्प चलता है, छोटा सा शिव पाठशाला कला मंच। इसके अंतर्गत हम समाज में जागरूकता अभियान, अपने सांस्कृतिक कार्यक्रम और वृक्षारोपण जैसे कई कार्यक्रम चलाते हैं। अभी 5 तारीख को हमारा फुलदेई का कार्यक्रम होने वाला है, उत्तराखंड की लोक संस्कृति पे आधारित। तो जो बच्चे शामिल होना चाहते हैं उसमें शामिल हो सकते हैं, स्वागत है। इन्हीं शुभकामनाओं के साथ जय श्री राम।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद भाई साहब। नेक्स्ट स्टूडेंट हु इज गोइंग टू प्रेजेंट something?
Yes, sir. Next is Pratibha from first year, presenting on the topic modern warfare technology.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Pratibha Pandey, and I am first year BTech CSE student from
किशन जी
Uttarakhand.
भाई साहब माइक ऑफ कर लेंगे। किशन जी भाई साहब मुझे सुन पा रहे हैं आप? माइक थोड़ा सा जो है हाँ ठीक है, अब ठीक है भाई जी।
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Pratibha Pandey, and I am first year BTech CSE student from Uttarakhand Technical University. Today, I am going to give presentation on the topic modern warfare technologies. As we all know that war has been a part of human history from swords to bows to drones and artificial intelligence, the way wars are fought has changed drastically over time. Today, technology plays a more important role than human strength in deciding the outcome of wars. In this presentation, I will take you through how warfare has evolved, the role of modern technologies like stealth, drones, and AI, and what the future of warfare might look like. So now I'm presenting my screen to you all. I hope you all are able to see my screen. This is my PPT on modern war technologies. On your screens are the topics that I will be covering in my presentation. Today, we are very familiar with the term war, seeing the ongoing world situation. But we all know that war system has changed from ancient to modern. So let us look over that first. In ancient times, warfare mainly depended on human strength and simple weapons like swords and bows. Soldiers relied on physical power, animals, and basic communication methods such as messengers. Protection was limited to armor and shields. However, with the Industrial Revolution, weapons like guns and machines were introduced. This marked a major shift from manpower based warfare to technology driven warfare. Here is a case study to have a better understanding about ancient and modern wars. Let us understand the difference with the help of example. The Battle of Kalinga is a good example of ancient war. Wars were fought face to face with large armies, elephant and archers at that time. There was no real time communication or surveillance. This resulted in heavy casualties, over 1 lakh people died. It shows how destructive and physically intense ancient wars were. Talking about the modern era war, which is the Gulf War, it shows how modern warfare is different. Instead of direct fighting, countries used advanced technologies like stealth aircraft and precision missiles. GPS and satellites helped in accurate targeting. This allowed surgical strikes with less human involvement. So, modern warfare focuses more on technology than manpower. There are some images of ancient and modern war. It represents some weapons, some modes of communication, and some soldiers fighting. Now we all know that how modern technology has made the warfare easier. Here are some few points. Let us discuss that. Long-range weapons allow attacks from far distances, keeping the soldiers safe. Real-time data from satellites help in quick decision-making. AI and robots reduced human risk. Advanced transport like jets allow faster movement. Stealth technology enables surprise attacks. In this PPT, I have said the term stealth technology a lot. So now let us know what is stealth technology. It is used to make aircraft and ships difficult to detect. It helps them to avoid radar and sensors. This allows surprise attacks and increases survival chances. However, it is expensive and not completely invisible. There are many advantages and disadvantages for the same. Advantages is that it avoids enemy detection, surprise attacks are possible, higher survival chances in the war. The disadvantages are that it is very expensive, complex maintenance, and not completely invisible. That means that it can be detected by advanced technology. Here are some fighter jets, bomber, and submarines that uses stealth technology to their protection. For example, F-22 Raptor and B-2 Spirit. We all know the term drones. Now let us discuss about how they are involved in modern warfare technology. Drones are unmanned aircraft used in modern warfare. They are controlled remotely or can operate autonomously. They are used for surveillance, spying, and attacks. The biggest advantage is that they reduce the risk to human life. Different types include surveillance drones, combat drones, and AI-based drones. Here are some type of military drones that are used in modern war. The first one is autonomous drones. They operate using AI with minimal human control. The second one is reconnaissance drones. They are used to collect battlefield information. The third one are combat drones. They carry missiles and bombs. The fourth one are surveillance drones. They are used for spying and monitoring. Now, let us talk about how AI is involved in modern warfare. Artificial intelligence plays a very important role in modern warfare. It helps in decision making by analyzing large amounts of data quickly. Artificial intelligence is used for detecting targets and threats. It also enables autonomous weapons like drones, robots. Overall, AI has made warfare faster, smarter, and more efficient. There are some other modern techniques that are used in modern warfare. The first one is robotics in warfare. Robots are used for dangerous tasks like bomb disposal and surveillance, unmanned ground vehicles, and they reduce human casualties. Directed energy weapons. They are laser-based weapons, electromagnetic railguns, fast and accurate, and they comparatively have low cost per shot. Then comes the space warfare. They are used in satellites for communication and GPS, surveillance and missile guidance. Anti-satellite weapons are used in space to become a strategic domain. Here is one example of modern war conflict which use modern war technologies. And we all are familiar with that. That is the Ukraine conflict that started in 2022 and is still ongoing. The Ukraine conflict is a real example of modern warfare. It involved drone, cyber warfare, and satellite intelligence. Attacks like this are more precise and less dependent on soldiers. This shows how warfare is becoming hybrid. That means it is combining both physical and digital systems. Technology plays a major role in determining outcomes. Now let us talk what is the future of war technologies. The future of warfare will be driven by advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, and space systems. Autonomous weapons and cyber capabilities will play a major role, making wars faster and more precise. Countries are investing heavily in innovation to gain technological superiority. However, this also raises important ethical and security challenges. Now, the question arises that how are we going to introduce these technologies into our war system? To introduce modern warfare technologies, countries need strong investment in research and education, especially in the fields of artificial intelligence and cybersecurity. Collaboration between government, the military, and private companies is essential. At the same time, proper regulations and ethical guidelines must be followed to ensure responsible use. With this, I conclude my PPT. In conclusion, warfare has evolved from manpower-based technology to modern technologies like artificial intelligence, drones,